Welcome back. My name is Brooke, and I'm a mom of 5 living on a remote farm in central Canada. And today I am counting coins because what I've been doing is when I'm paying for everything in cash, I just toss all the change into this jar, and then at the end of the month, roll it up and take it to the bank and put it in a high yield savings account to save for our new hay equipment that we need to get that's going to crush me with the cost of it. Okay, let's see what we have here. Whoa, got money rolling everywhere. Okay, so I've got coin rollers. If you saw my last coin counting video, I had run out of a lot of my rollers, so I picked up some more. I'm just going to start by sorting out my toonies, which is a $2 coin. I don't think I have a super huge number of toonies this time around. Oh look, it's one of the new ones with King Charles. We've always had the Queen. Now we've got King Charles. Poor Charles waited all his life to become king. Oh look, there's another Charles. Oh, I completely forgot about this Malaysian coin that was in there last time. I guess I accidentally tossed it back in. Some of these are really gross. Like, this one's all rusty. I guess it's not really nickel anymore like it used to be. Looks like that is it for the toonies. Not very many. Time for the loonies. I actually have a lot of fun counting coins. When I was a kid, my dad had a big jar that he always tossed his coins into. And I remember counting coins with him. And I later actually went and snuck $1 off of his dresser thinking that he wouldn't notice. And he did notice, and oh boy, was I in trouble. Not because $1 is worth very much, but because I had stolen. Huh. Well, I have fewer loonies than I thought, too. So what I do here, I've got US quarters, and I'm going to put those aside separate from my Canadian quarters because I'm going to take these across the border once they're rolled and just exchange it for bills in the US. If I take it to the bank here, they just take it at a 25-cent value. But if I take it across to the States, then I get the US value, which is a bit more than in Canada. I actually have quite a lot more US quarters than I anticipated. And because we're close to the border, a lot of times, even in the Canadian stores and shops, I receive US quarters as change because people just shop back and forth, and quarters are just given at face value without an exchange rate. Got another loonie. But also, I do prefer to get my gas stateside, so when I pay for the gas, I get change in US quarters as well. Okay, Canadian quarters. Oops. So, I would like to know how much you think I have here in my change jar this month. Last month, I was surprised. It was quite a bit more than I thought there would be. Oops, I'm bumping the camera. It's always a pleasant surprise to have more than you thought. Oh, we have a penny. That's got to go in the penny jar. So in Canada, we did away with the penny some years ago. So our lowest denomination of coin is the nickel, the 5 cents. But of course, the US still uses pennies. So I save the pennies and I roll those to take across to the States to trade for bills as well. But I have a separate jar for the pennies. One of my sons wanted to help me count coins today, but as soon as he knew that the camera was going to be on, he no longer wanted to help. He is camera shy. Okay, so it looks like I have all the quarters. Now get these not nickels, dimes out of the way. Just put them over here. So it has been bitterly cold here, and my kids didn't have school for a couple of days because it was so cold that the school buses wouldn't start even when they were plugged in. So that was lucky for them, although my high schoolers, they have exams coming up for the end of the first semester, so it's kind of a mixed bag. Glad to have the days off, but also they needed the study time, so okay, I lost track of where I was because my camera ran out of memory, so I had to pause and delete a few older videos to keep going. Okay, what was I saying? Oh, very cold. The kids didn't have school for 2 days, but now it's starting to warm up. And by warm up, I mean this morning is minus 18 Celsius instead of minus 39. And minus 18 Celsius feels positively tropical after the weather that we've had the past week. So I have US dimes in here, but I don't bother rolling them separately because it's just such a small amount. The exchange on it would be, you know, negligible. And I don't have enough of them ever to do a full roll. So whatever. I just stick to the pennies and the quarters for taking across to the US. Got a lot of dimes this week. Or this month, I should say. Last month, I didn't have enough dimes to do a full roll, but I think I probably will this time. If I don't have a full roll of toonies or loonies or quarters, I can take those to the bank loose and they'll accept them. But they do not like to take nickels or dimes loose. They like those rolled. Okay, and then the rest is nickels. So, let's see, I'm going to get out a nickel roller. I haven't even opened this bag yet. Let's see, dimes, toonies, quarters, nickels. All right, we need $2 in nickels to fill the roll. So 10, 20, oops, another couple of dimes there. Let me start this again. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, $1. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, $2 and another dime. Okay, I have enough to roll. Oh, yeah, there we go. Have any of you ever watched the show Corner Gas? Because right now I have that theme song stuck in my head. I've had it stuck in my head for days. I haven't watched that show in a while. I should watch that again. Corner Gas, it's hilarious. Okay, $2. Oops, there's another quarter. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 1, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So another $1.50 here. I'm going to put this back in the jar because it's not enough to roll, and the bank doesn't like to have it brought in loose. Oops. So here's the queen on the nickel, and now we have Charles. And you know, something tells me poor Charles isn't going to last very long. Let me just slide this into my other hand instead of trying to pick them all up one by one. And of course I dropped one on the floor. Oh my goodness. Okay, dimes. Ooh, that is not good. Nickels. Well, let's see if I can fix this poor thing. There we go. Good enough. Good enough. Maybe I'll put a little bit of tape on there. Okay, so we need $5 in dimes for a roll. Oh, you know, I don't know that this one's going to work for now. I'm going to toss this aside until I can glue or tape that. There we go. That's a better one. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, $1, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, $2. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, $3. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, $4. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, $5. There we go. Woo. Here, I'm going to hold that until I have more coins in there and can set it down steady. So my daughter, she's in a play, and we have to go across the border for that, for her rehearsals. And with it being so cold recently, I didn't think that we were going to actually be able to make it to rehearsal because our van did not like the idea of starting in such cold weather. But fortunately, we got it going. That was thanks to my husband. And she made it to rehearsal, which is great because we only have 2 weeks to go till showtime. So rehearsal's kind of important at the moment. And you know, it's been a great experience for her to be in this play. However, it is very time consuming, and with 5 kids and a farm and all the things, I don't really have that kind of time to devote to a single activity. So I'm glad that she's had the experience this time around, but I don't know that we'll make a thing of it doing it every year or every season. I guess they do a spring season and a winter season. Okay, so now we're up to $7. I'm going to put these back in the jar because, like I said, the bank does not like loose nickels and dimes. All right, quarters. Oop. So we need $25 for a roll. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, $7 in quarters. I'll put this one back in the jar. So I'll just put these in a baggie and I'll just take those as is. Okay, so $7. Let's see how much we have in loonies. And if I wanted to roll them, I need, wait a second. I had the wrong roller out. I guess I did not look very carefully at all. Oh, $10 in quarters, not $25 in quarters. Okay, $25 in loonies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Just shy of a roller. So I guess I should be writing these down before I forget my numbers. I'm going to grab a paper and a pen. Okay, so in quarters, I had $7. In loonies, $22. Let's see about toonies. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. And then, of course, we have $5 in dimes and $2 in nickels. So 7, 9, 13, 18, 20, 2, 4, 5. Whoa, $50 to take to the bank to put in savings that will go towards our hay equipment. So that's not too bad. And I am open to the possibility that I did not add that correctly, just going really quick like that. So I will double check, and don't come after me if I got that wrong. Like I got that wrong. Geez, that was not a quarter roller, that was a loonie roller. And then we'll see about the US quarters. Oh, I lost my other bag. Well, my third bag just kind of disappeared, so I've grabbed a new one. Okay, let's see what we got for US quarters. There's one, $2.75. Not enough to do anything with just yet, so I'm gonna put them back in the jar. All right, so we've got our money here to put into savings. And you know, I never really saved change before I started cash stuffing, and I've been pleasantly surprised by how quickly the change adds up, and by putting it in the savings account, how quickly that number grows. So I'm really glad I started doing this. If you're not saving your change, you really should be. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being with me. See you next time. Bye.